English Learning Podcast.
Learn English, clear, easy, and fast.
Hey friends, welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Jack. Many English learners want to understand books and movies, but most books and films are too difficult. The words are hard, the grammar is complex, and everything feels too fast. But here, things are different. I will tell you stories in slow and simple English. I will speak clearly. I will repeat important ideas. I will explain difficult words. And most importantly, I will help you enjoy English without stress. You don't need to read the real book. You don't need to take notes. Just listen. Relax. Let the English come into your mind naturally. If you listen every day, even for 10 minutes, your English will grow step by step. Think about a plant. If you water it a little every day, it grows. If you forget it for 1 month and then give it a lot of water in 1 day, it does not grow well. Language learning is the same. Small practice every day is the best way. So, let's begin our story. Today, I want to tell you about a very famous book. It is called Atomic Habits. It was written by James Clear. James Clear is a writer, a speaker, and an expert on habits. He writes about how people change their lives. He studies success, failure, motivation, and behavior. Today, he is one of the most well-known authors in the world of self-improvement. This book is about change. It is about how to stop bad habits and build good ones in a simple, realistic way. Millions of people around the world have read this book. They use its ideas to improve their health, their work, their studies, and their daily lives. But the original book can be difficult. Some ideas are scientific. Some sentences are long. Even native English speakers sometimes need to read parts twice. That's why this episode is made especially for learners at beginner to intermediate levels. All right, are you ready? Let's begin. What is the book about? So, what is Atomic Habits about? It is not a storybook. It is not magic. It is a practical guide for real life. James Clear wrote this book to teach one important idea. Big changes do not come from big actions. They come from small actions done again and again. Many people look for big miracles. They want fast success. They want to change everything in 1 week. But Clear says this is the wrong way to think. He explains that success is not luck, it is not talent, it is the result of daily habits. A habit is something you do regularly. For example, brushing your teeth, checking your phone, drinking coffee, studying vocabulary, or going for a walk. Some habits help your life. Some habits hurt your life. But all habits shape your future. Clear says something very famous. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. What does this mean? A goal is what you want. A system is what you do every day. For example, your goal may be to speak English fluently. But your system is your daily practice. If you practice 10 minutes every day, your system is strong. If you only study once a month, your system is weak. Clear says your system is more important than your dream. Dreams are exciting, but systems create results. He also explains why many people fail. They focus only on the result. They want to be rich, healthy, confident, or fluent immediately. But real change takes time. So now let's talk about the 3 big lessons from the book. Lesson number 1. Get 1% better every day. Lesson number 1. Get 1% better every day. This lesson teaches us about patience and progress. James Clear asks a simple question. Is it better to make one huge change or many tiny changes? Most people choose the big change. They say, I will wake up at 5 a.m. every day. I will study English 3 hours daily. I will lose 10 kilos this month. But big changes are hard. They feel exciting at first, but they make you tired quickly. After a few days, you stop. Instead, Clear suggests the 1% rule. Just try to improve a tiny bit every day. 1% is very small. It may mean reading 1 page, learning 1 word, listening to 1 short podcast, or doing 2 minutes of exercise. It feels unimportant now, but small improvements grow over time. Clear explains that if you improve 1% every day for 1 year, the result is huge. The small actions multiply. This is called compound growth. Think of money in a bank. If you save a little every day, 1 year later you have a lot. Habits work the same way. So don't try to change your life tonight. Just try to be a little better than yesterday. That is enough. Lesson number 2. Focus on who you are, not what you want. Lesson number 2 is about identity. Usually, we focus on results. We say, I want to run a marathon. I want to write a book. I want to speak English well. But Clear says results are not the best focus because when you reach the goal, your motivation may disappear. Instead, he says you should focus on identity. Identity means who you believe you are. Don't say, I want to read more. Say, I am a reader. Don't say, I want to exercise. Say, I am an active person. When your identity changes, your habits follow naturally. Imagine someone offers you a cigarette. One person says, no thanks, I'm trying to quit. Another person says, no thanks, I'm not a smoker. The difference is small but powerful. The second person sees themselves differently. Their identity makes the decision easy. So if you are learning English, try this. Instead of saying, I want to learn English, say, I am an English learner, or even, I am an English speaker in training. Then ask yourself each day, what would an English speaker do today? They would probably listen, read, or practice speaking. So you do the same. Lesson 3. Make it easy and make it obvious. Lesson number 3 is about your environment. Many people think they fail because they are lazy, but Clear says this is often not true. The real problem is the environment around you. Your environment includes your room, your desk, your phone, and even the people around you. If you want a good habit, make it easy and visible. If you want to drink more water, keep a bottle on your desk. If you want to read, put a book on your pillow. If you want to study English, keep your notebook open on the table. When the habit is in front of your eyes, it becomes natural to do it. But for bad habits, do the opposite. Make them invisible and difficult. If you watch too much TV, hide the remote. If you check your phone too often, put it in another room. If you eat too many snacks, don't buy them. When a bad habit becomes difficult, you naturally do it less. Clear says something very important. Environment is the invisible hand that shapes behavior. In simple words, your surroundings control many of your actions. So don't fight your willpower every day. Instead, design your world to help you succeed. A simple example from daily life. Let's imagine a student named Maria. She wants to improve her English. Before reading this book, she studies only when she feels motivated. Some weeks she studies a lot. Other weeks she does nothing. Her progress is slow. After learning these lessons, she changes her system. First, she follows the 1% rule. She decides to study just 10 minutes every day. Second, she changes her identity. She tells herself, "I am an English learner. This is part of who I am." Third, she changes her environment. She puts her English book on her desk. She downloads a podcast on her phone. She places a sticky note on her mirror that says, "Listen today." After 3 months, her English improves a lot, not because of one big action, but because of many small ones. This is exactly what the book teaches. Final summary. So now, my friend, you have heard the main ideas from Atomic Habits. Let's remember them together. First, small habits create big change. Improve just 1% every day. Second, focus on identity. Become the type of person you want to be. Third, design your environment. Make good habits easy and bad habits hard. These ideas are simple, but they are powerful. They work for health, work, study, and language learning. If you practice English a little every day, your progress is certain. Not fast, not dramatic, but real and steady. Thank you for listening today. You learned about one of the most important books in the world, and you did it in simple English. I'm Jack, and until next time, stay curious, stay patient, and keep learning. Bye for now.